All right, all right. Let's wait. Make sure YouTube catches up to us.
Yeah, YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTubes.
Yo, YouTubes.
YouTubes.
The tubes.
All right. We're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Scams. This is the artist known as Andrew speaking, and we are live streaming. It is Saturday night, and we are live streaming. Live stammering.
Live stammering.
Stammering, yeah, absolutely. We are live streaming like usual. You know what's so sad? I was on my way home, and I was thinking about the live stream tonight, and I started to think, I don't promote the live stream anywhere. It's literally not on any of my videos. I don't say, oh, hey, by the way, check us out 8 o'clock Saturday. I don't do, and I really should. I really should. I mean, the group that comes in are fantastic, but it's never going to grow if I don't tell people about it. This is like, actually, no, you know what? Holy crap, I got to check this out really quick. Oh man, I don't believe this is, because I know we're coming up on the 50th live scam live stream. I know it's coming soon. If this is it, I'm going to kick myself. If this is number 50.
Oh, shitty.
Let's see.
Get shitty.
The one on April 29th was the 40. Avery.
Is this shitty?
This is actually number 50.
Live stream shitty.
Say that 5 times fast, right?
Shitty.
This is actually our 50th. It's a live stream. Wow, that's so great. That's so awesome. And I swear, Manuel's been here since the very beginning. How's it going, Mr. Manuel? How are you doing? He says, good evening, my good friend Drew. Happy Saturday night. Absolutely.
Good evening.
Let me increase the size of my screen so I can read all the chats. He says, good evening, Avery. Happy Saturday night.
Yeah.
Dave's here. Dave says, hello, Drew and Avery. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, guys.
Manuel says, good evening to Dave. Eric's here. Hey, Eric, how's it going? He says, hello, all. Dave says, hello, Manuel. Happy Saturday night to you also. And Manuel also says, happy anniversary, your 50th live stream scam bait. That's right. That's exactly what it is. Saskia's here.
It's easy to lose count on how many because we've actually been streaming together for a couple of years.
Oh, I know.
You know?
Saskia says, good evening, everybody. All the moms out there, happy Mother's Day. Yep, that's tomorrow. Pez is here. Hey, Pez, how's it going? He says, good day, Drew and Avery. Hope all is well. Absolutely fantastic, good sir. Glenn's here. Glenn says, busy last few weeks. I'm back. Thank you so much. Daughter's birthday yesterday. Insurance rate should go up now. It does happen. Look forward to it. Darlene's here. Hey, Darlene, how's it going? Says hello to everyone. And Manuel says, happy Mother's Day, Drew. Well, not for me, but for all the mothers out there. All the mothers.
Happy Mother's Day, Drew.
Yeah. Pez says, good day, Manuel. Wasn't there a Mr. T song about mothers?
I don't know.
You don't know? I know it exists.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I had a funny story. One of the guys, older gentleman, was in the store today going through some comics, and he quickly brought up a stack and said, I've got somebody waiting on me, so I have to go, but I'll come back tomorrow. And I said, fantastic, that sounds great. I'll be here. And I gave him the hours, and he went, oh crap, tomorrow's Mother's Day. My wife's not going to let me leave. I can't come tomorrow. I'll have to come next week. I'm like, okay, not a problem. He was like really excited about coming back, and then realized he'd get in trouble if he did. So
yeah,
it's all right. It happens. So to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day, and hopefully everybody either at least calls, wishes their mother well, or all the mothers in their family. My poor wife is feeling under the weather, so she has no plans to do anything tomorrow. And so that's
Neither
it.
do I.
Yeah. Neither do you?
Yeah.
Well, wish your mother happy birthday. I mean, not happy birthday. Happy Mother's Day.
What has she done for me lately?
She gave you life, my friend. She gave you life.
I don't remember asking for that.
That's so sad. Do you want to hear something really sad? You
What?
remember a couple of weeks ago where I was tooting my own horn about how I had gotten over almost a week ahead in my videos for my
Yeah.
YouTube channel, that I was so far ahead, that I was doing so great. Guess how far ahead I am right now?
Oh, you screwed it all up. It's all gone.
I don't have a single video ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I know. But you guys, you know me. I'm gonna have a video tomorrow, and I'll have a short
Sure
for
you
later
will.
in the day. But yeah, I just totally, like, all last week just completely fell off a cliff when it came to making videos and being prepared. Excuse me. Oh goodness, I got the burps. Being prepared and ready to go. So,
Of
oh
course
goodness
you did.
gracious.
Of course you did.
Yes.
That's
yes.
We all knew it.
All right. Well, let me. But Avery, I was doing so well.
At
Man.
least you're consistent in your disappointment.
Hey, at least I started the stream on time tonight.
That's a first.
It is a first. I don't think we've ever started exactly at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do some things well. All right, let me catch up on the chat real quick so we can see who else chimed in. Dave says hello to Pez. Eric says that scan video was insane today. I just can't believe how stupid they are. You get them off script, they are done. I enjoy getting them off script, and all you really have to do is just ask simple questions, and they panic. They don't know how to handle it, and it's great. And I love it when they get flustered and they start saying things that you know is absolutely not true. I have several that I'm going to share with you guys shortly. I got a whole swath of the new Medicare card ones, and if you don't cooperate with them, sometimes they'll tell you, we're going to cancel your Medicare card, or we're going to cancel it. And I'm like, you are? Oh my gosh, please don't do that.
Oh no!
Like, these guys have the ability to cancel anything. Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun.
Oh, they're insane.
They are, and it's a lot of fun. Pez says Saturday morning here down under. Oh, see, it's already Mother's Day for Pez, so make sure if you have mothers in your life, give them a call. At least give them a call.
They may not do it that way there.
Oh, I have no idea. Mother's Day isn't like a universal thing?
I don't think so.
I know Thanksgiving is.
They may have their own.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But, like, our Mother's Day here, I think that's purely us.
Really?
I
thought Mother's Day was one of those.
No.
Yeah, I guess maybe you're right. Maybe. Well, I don't honestly know. Pez, are you celebrating Mother's Day today? Is that a thing in Australia? Tell us. We need to know.
They might have one, but it might be on a different day than when we do it.
That's true. That's true. Dave says, what time is it there, Pez? Let's see. He says, good day, Dave. Hope all is well. Cross is here. Hey, Rick. How's it going? He says, hello, all.
What's up, Rick?
Andy says, hey there, Drew. Welcome to the show, Andy. Pez says it's 10:07. So 10:07 in the morning. Is that right? So he's 12, 13, 14 hours ahead of us. Living in the future. Gotta love it. Manuel says, good evening to Eric. Happy Saturday night. Dave says, okay. Manuel says, I love your video this morning. Excellent drawing this morning. I love it. Excellent. Excellent. Actually, you know what? I think I do already have tomorrow's video ready. I just haven't I haven't uploaded it yet because it's the beginning of a new series. Comcast scammers called me, and it was one of those ones where they call you and they tell you they're going to upgrade your service, your boxes, and then all of a sudden they're going to give you a fantastic rate, and all you got to do is pay a deposit, which I love it when they get to that point. And this lady wanted me to give my checking account and checking routing account numbers, all those numbers, and I gave her a valid Bank of America routing number, but I just made up an account number. And they said, if there's any problems, we'll call you back. I've actually talked to her 3 times since then.
Yeah.
So it's a series of ones. And the third one was hilarious because I told her, you guys will have to see. It's funny. It's funny, so I won't spoil it because I have a tendency to tell you guys everything and spoil some of my videos.
Yeah.
But the fourth video was good too because after I pretty much peeled into her and peeled into her. That's not the term. Laid into somebody when you yelling at them.
Yes.
They actually called me back again, and I got to do it all over again. So
wow.
Yeah,
man,
it was fun.
Well, you know what turns out, Andrew? I won the lottery.
You did?
I did. I won the lottery, but I can't claim it.
But you got to pay that $1,500.
But if you send me $1,500 in Amazon gift cards, I'll be able to do it, and I'll split it with you.
I think I can do it.
All right.
I think I can do it.
It's going to work out great.
It's going to work okay. It's going to work out. You trust these people? You think they're honest people?
No. It's for me. I mean, you're going to send me.
Well, no. If I send you the Amazon gift cards, you're going to split the lottery winning with me, right?
Sure.
How much are we talking? I mean,
10 million.
10 million? So I would get 5?
Yeah.
Done.
Perfect.
Consider it done. I'll send it to you right away.
Perfect.
Did you get a call recently?
No.
Oh.
No, I just wanted to see if I could screw you out of 1,500.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Hey, listen. As my best friend in the world, if you needed $1,500, I would definitely ask my wife if I could send it to you.
Can I have $1,500?
No.
Oh.
I gave all my money to my children.
I spent money on something.
I know.
Really
I know you did.
And it was expensive.
I know.
And I really shouldn't have.
I have a wedding coming up I got to pay for, so all my money's going towards that. And we already paid. We paid the big bill, the venue. The venue has been paid for in full. They told us they only needed a certain amount, and I told my daughter, nope. Let's just pay the whole thing and get it all taken care of, so it's all done. And I'm so very excited about that. All right, let me catch up on the chat real quick.
Okay, catch up.
Manuel says, I love your video this morning. Excellent drawing. I love it. I already read that one, but I wanted to read it again. Thank you, Manuel. I appreciate it. Eric says, good evening, and same to you, Manuel. Tim's here. Hey, Tim, how's it going? Says, good evening from Kentucky. Well, thank you, sir, for coming. Glenn says, just got 12 more COVID test kits in the mail today. Medicare fraud. Now have 28 tests. Going to call Medicare for the 3rd time tomorrow to report more fraud. Oh, goodness gracious.
Jeez.
That's funny. Actually, from what I understand, that program ended last week. So we shouldn't be getting any more of those calls. And if you do get those calls, you can use the fact that, that program ended either on the 11th or the 12th of this month. So we'll see if we get any more calls. That'll be fun. Saskia says, every episode of your scam baiting I watch. Well, fantastic. Well, there's more coming. I've got a whole file filled with them. I just got to make them into videos and share them with everybody. So there's still more coming. As long as I'm breathing, there'll be videos coming. So I'm trying really hard not to jinx myself here, Avery. Emmanuel says, good evening to Saskia. Darlene says, I looked through family photos and scanned a bunch of from my mother's albums. That's a good thing. And that definitely helps keep memories, is to have them scanned into your computer. And what you should do, Darlene, like if you can, take those images and burn them onto a disc and make copies and share them with the rest of your family. The more people that have those pictures, the better a chance they'll have them for a long time. Oh, yeah, if you're the only one that has them and you lose them, you get screwed.
And put them on thumb drive too.
My mother, when my mother-in-law, when her husband passed away, my father-in-law passed away, she took all her favorite photos to the funeral home, and they created like a slideshow for the viewing and whatnot. But for the life of her, she cannot remember if she ever got the photos back. She has no clue where the photos are. We believe Jen's sister has them, that they gave them to her, but we haven't confirmed it because she keeps forgetting about it. But for the longest time, she was panicky because she didn't know where any of the photos were. But we had the disc that had all the images on them.
Yeah.
So technically we had them, but she did not physically have the pictures anymore. And that can be very nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you get an opportunity, Darlene, make copies and share them. Share them with the rest of your family if you can. Glenn says, I laugh when they change their name mid-call. Yeah, that's always a fun one. Because I literally, I'm writing down notes as I'm talking to the people. I like to write down their name and where they're calling from. So when they change their name or they flip it to a different name, I can call them out on it because I keep track. I had Avery, you probably didn't hear this. I had one day where his name was John. And then later on, he said his name was Dave. I said, wait a minute, I thought you were John. He says, no, this is Dave. And then we were talking, and then he says, my name is John. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not sure if he has like a split personality. He's either John or Dave, depending on which side of the face he's talking out of. You know, like Two-Face. Yeah. Pez says, yes. I think Pez is answering the question on whether or not they celebrate Mother's Day.
Oh.
So if he's celebrating Mother's Day, I think it is a worldwide phenomenon.
Somewhere they're not, though.
Well, I'm sure like in Antarctica or someplace like that, they're not celebrating it, but I don't know. Maybe. Manuel says, I go to church tomorrow morning, pray for my mom. Absolutely. Cross says, Canada has Mother's Day, same as the States. Oh, fantastic. See? But then again, he's talking about Canada. I mean, honestly, Canada piggybacks on the U.S. stuff all the time, so that doesn't surprise me. We love Canada down here. We do.
Don't be mean to Rick. Rick's nice.
I'm not. Rosemary says, I know you do a fantastic job talking to scammers, but can I ask, what is your daily job? My daily job, the one that I sit at home and do, that I literally have my computer right there on another desk, because I have this desk here, and I have that desk there. I work for a company that does they do scheduling for doctors. And I don't actually talk to patients calling to schedule. I do a lot of their analytic stuff, forecasting reports and productivity reports and stuff like that. So I literally sit in front of a computer all day long, pushing around data, creating reports, creating dashboards, creating ways for people to see reports, fixing problems. You won't believe how often one little stream of data goes missing one day and everything blows up. And it's my job and a couple of the people I work with, our job is to fix those problems. So I'm literally, my day job is I'm facing the computer here, and then my phone rings, I answer it, hit record on the video, talk to people, and then go right back to the regular job over there. You guys would be surprised at how many times I've been on a conference call with either my boss or my coworkers or somebody on my team, and my phone will start ringing, and they're like, "It's a scam call, isn't it?" I look over, yep, it's a scam call. I had a conference call with my boss the other day, and it went for like 2.5 hours. And at the end of it, he was like, "So how many scam calls did you miss?" I said, "Oh, let me look. 8."
Jeez. That's a lot, dude.
It's a lot. Actually, you might be surprised. Last Saturday, I got 10 or 12 calls while I was in the store. I got 1 today while I was in the store.
Oh.
I only got 2 overall. The second one came at dinner time when I was sitting down with the wife to watch TV. We're catching up on the second season of Sweet Tooth on Netflix.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is? It's based on a comic, a DC comic.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show.
I don't want Netflix. I got rid of Netflix.
Well, this second season, we're like 6 or 7 episodes in, and it seems like it's dragging. It's taking forever, but it's keeping us to the point where we want to watch more. So I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
I'm thinking about getting rid of Hulu too.
I honestly can't remember the last time I watched something on Hulu.
I tend to watch Amazon Prime or Tubi the most.
Yeah. Well, I go back and forth between Netflix, HBO Max, and Well, those
Yeah.
are usually the two.
Yeah, I have HBO Max through my Amazon
Right,
through Prime, so I'm in that one app.
Oh, I gotcha. I
You
gotcha.
know, I don't.
Well,
I don't have. It's not separate.
Yeah, I have Paramount Plus, Disney, Amazon Prime, and a couple others that I pay for
Jeez.
because my family uses them. So, but the ones that I pay attention to, Netflix, HBO.
Mhm.
Yeah, sometimes I'll get a. Actually, what was it on Hulu that we were watching? There was something on Hulu we were watching.
Yeah, I
and
got Hulu mostly to watch anime,
That's why. That's one of the reasons I kept it is because Mike was watching anime on it. So,
but thing is though, the anime I want to watch has a new
Mhm.
season, but it's not on Hulu. The other seasons were, but the new season isn't. It's only on Crunchyroll.
oh, okay.
So I'm like looking like, well, I'm just going to get rid of Hulu and get Crunchyroll because all the other anime I want to watch is on there too.
Well, if Mike wants to watch Crunchyroll, he can get it himself.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the same price as Hulu.
Yeah.
I'm just
All
gonna-
right, let me catch up here. Cross says, and Canada does Thanksgiving a month earlier than the States. Well, yeah, that's because you guys are weird. Darlene says UK has a different day for Mother's Day. Really? What do you know what day it is? I mean, in the States, Mother's Day is always in May. I don't remember if it's the first or second Sunday in May, but it's always in May. Saskia says, "Hi, D'Emanuel. I started to recognize your name on other scam baiting podcasts. That's funny." Pez says, "Good day to Cross." Manuel says, "Good evening. Happy Saturday night" to Darlene. Manuel says, "Good evening" to Rosemary. Darlene says, "Good evening" to Manuel. Let's see. Max is here. Hey, Max, how's it going? He says, "Hey, Andrew, love the scam from earlier this week where you messed up his script. Amazon scam into." Yes, that was hilarious. Avery, I had an Amazon scammer that started to ask me when we were like waiting to be transferred or something. He asked, "Oh, by the way, do you know anybody that was affected by Camp Lejeune?" And I'm like, "What?" And then he started asking me if I'd ever been a firefighter, and I'm like, "Where is this coming from? What are you mixing up your scripts or what?"
He's getting Amazon Camp Lejeune and mesothelioma.
Well, the crazy thing is I've always been suspicious that these call centers, they jump from scam to scam and that they're all scams. But when they start asking you about 3 or 4 of them all on the same call, it's like, oh God, there's no better proof that they're all just nothing but scams, you know?
Yeah.
It's incredible. Let's see here. Craig's here. Hey, Craig. He says, like button, please. Oh, yes. Hit the like button. I actually had somebody comment on one of my videos and said that they liked the video, but they were annoyed that I kept spamming them with like and subscribe. Because like every now and then, every minute or so, it'll pop up at the bottom, almost like a subtitle, and it'll just say like and subscribe. And he said he wasn't going to watch the videos anymore because of that. And I'm like, that is literally the least I can do during a video is just have it say, because I know people, if you watch some of their videos, they will stop the video to like interrupt to say, "Hey, if you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe," and all this stuff. They will literally break up the video in order to
and then they stop the video to sell you a razor to shave your balls. And
some of them do that. Some of them do that.
This video, but before we get into the content, let's stop to thank our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legend. But by the way,
Jeremy at the quartering does that every time, and I actually literally just fast forward it.
But here's the deal: I don't blame them for taking Raid Shadow Legends. I know. Money. Because, dude, it's like depending on how big you are, it's $5, $10, even up to $20,000.
Yeah.
Per video.
Yeah, I'm not big enough for that yet, but
yeah, I know, but that's the reason you see so many of those. That Raid Shadow Legend money is good money.
Well, I actually thought about making a video in which I stopped it every 30 seconds to remind people to like and subscribe, and then say this video is just for that person. just to annoy the hell out of. But I don't think they'll ever come back, so it doesn't matter. I don't want to do that to my regulars. I don't want to do that. I mean, when I do an intro, I don't even mention that part. Like and subscribe. I say, hey everybody, it's Drew, and hope you enjoy and talk about it. And then I forget the part about
like and subscribe. So you just tack it on there.
I just tack it in there from time to time.
And it's on a ticker. It's like you're not.
Yeah. Well, the thing that got me is he called it spamming. That I was spamming him with that, and I'm like, is that really considered spamming? I said, okay.
Across the ticker like that.
Yeah, I know, but that's all right. Hey, Clark's here. Hey, Clark, how's it going? He says hello, Drew and Avery.
Hey, what's up? I don't know if I would call that spamming.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's good to get feedback, and I appreciate it. And as I said, I took it to heart. And the last couple of videos I made, I actually extended that out. So instead of every minute, it was like every 2 minutes. So, I don't know. You guys tell me. Does me putting like and subscribe at the bottom of the video annoy you? Make you want to just turn it off? And actually, what's actually funny is if you watch the drawing videos that I do, I put like and subscribe at the very beginning during my intro, but I do not do it during the rest of the video because I hate it when people have a video up and then they put up like the check out this video or subscribe to my channel and it covers up what you're looking at. Yeah. So I don't even do the like and subscribe during the drawing videos because I don't know if it'll cover something up that I'm actually I don't pay attention to it close enough to see if that I'm covering, so I don't even put it on there. So if you don't
just put it at the beginning or the end of the video.
Yeah. Well, if you don't like the pop-up like and subscribe, then go to the drawing videos and it won't bother you. You won't see it. So that's my give and take for that young person. So Cross says hi to Pez. Manuel says good evening to Clark. Clark says hi to Manuel. Rosemary says hi to Manuel. Manuel says yes, I like changing name David or John. Yes, that was a funny one. Clark says hello to Rosemary. Manuel says in Chile celebrating Mother's Day. Oh, really? Okay. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, please be safe, Manuel. Please be safe and have a good time, okay? Dave says, Avery, are you a artist also?
Yes.
Yes, a little bit. I mean, he was inspired by me in high school.
Oh, yeah.
And just like...
Dude, I was already at DA when you came.
I know. You were there for years before me. So.
Just one. Because it started in 8th. I was in 9th grade when you started. When you were in...
Yeah, but I only did 2 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I was
Avery and I both went to an art high school, and that's where we actually met. That's where we met Todd and Romel. Matter of fact, we met in a first period sculpture class, which I have very fond memories of that class, even though I sculpt for crap.
Oh, no, my sculpture skills are garbage.
Yeah.
But
I had a good time in the class.
Yeah. That's where we all just hung out and got in trouble.
Yes, got into a lot of trouble. Who was it that got kicked out of class? Was it Todd? Didn't he get kicked out of that class, or was it one of the other art classes that he got kicked out of? Got in trouble for something and got kicked out of the class.
Todd didn't get kicked out like not allowed to come back. I think there was a day where he got thrown out for the day. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Mr. Hatcher never liked him for some reason.
Yeah. Well,
I think it was anti-Semitic. What do you think? Oh, we're gonna get in so much trouble. Cross says we had Thanksgiving first. Well, whatever. That's probably because you had more Indians. Maybe, I don't know. Manuel says, Drew, see the new schedule for the season for the NFL this year. You are actually the second person that has asked me that today. I had a customer ask me about that. I have not seen the schedule yet. All I know is that the Jags play 2 back-to-back games in London this year, which is something completely new. And I think they have 3 primetime games, which fan-frickin-tastic. That's awesome. But I have not looked at the schedule yet. I don't know who we're playing, so we'll have to see. I mean, I just have my fingers crossed, win or lose, that they play well and they have a good game. That's all I ask for from time to time. Cross says, you no longer have to go into the office, Andrew. No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We do still have an office. There's an office building here in town. I just haven't been there in... Let me see. The last time I was there is when my boss was visiting from out of town. And that was when my wife, we thought she was having a stroke, went into the hospital. And while I was waiting in the office for him and the other team members to arrive, I got the call and had to leave to go to the emergency room. Turns out she was okay. Wasn't a stroke. But a little bit of family panicking happening at that moment. Funny part about that story is my mother-in-law, who is the one that called the emergency services to come get my wife to take her to the hospital. My wife, on her way out the door, said, "Don't call Andrew. He's in the office today waiting to see his boss." And I got that. She called me and said, "Listen, I really felt uncomfortable not calling you." And I'm like, "Well, thank goodness you did." And I left. And she was like, "I can't believe my mother called you." I said, "Of course she did. Damn it." Ah, my wife. Love her so. Rosemary says, "Hi to Clark. I meant to say hello." Well, glad you did. Cross says, "I just finished watching the new Quantum Leap." Oh yeah? Was that any good? You have to tell me. I
haven't watched it.
I think I've only seen like a few episodes of the original series, and that's it.
I love the original series.
Really? I haven't. I don't think I've seen the whole thing. So
I used to watch it regularly when it was on.
Yeah.
I don't know about this new one. I haven't watched it.
Yeah. Well, Clark says he watches Tubi all the time, Avery.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's a good place to watch horror movies.
Okay. And Clark says, "It's okay, Rosemary." Rosemary says, "Andrew, why all the sketches?" Why all the sketches? Because I gotta draw.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, I haven't really discussed this in the past, but I'll tell you, I started working on my creator-owned independent comic book graphic novel series back in 2016. And my son and I, it took us 2 years, and we finished book 1. And we published it, we sold it, we went to conventions and sold it, and it was great. Then we started working on book 2. It took us about a year to finish book 2. And then I went back to work full time. So everything came to a screeching halt and slowed down. We started working on book 3, and my son and I, well, it's actually my plan. He just goes along with me. Our goal is to have the series be 10 books in total, 10 original graphic novels following the adventures of our main characters. And we started working on book 3, which, Avery, an independent book that hasn't really been published, already be working on book 3 is something you never hear about.
No, to a lot of people, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane, because if you don't make money off the first book, you don't do a second book. We finished the first book and immediately went right into the second book.
Yeah.
We hadn't even sold a single copy of the first book, and we were already working on the second book.
Yeah.
Well, due to life events, health events, going back to work full time, work on book 3 slowed down to almost nothing. But I've got to get back into it. I've got to get it happening again. So I've been drawing in my spare time, and doing the sketch videos allows me to share that with you guys, with the people that check out the channel. And just know there's many more coming, because I got to continue doing it, because I know I've said before that I love scam baiting. I enjoy the hell out of wasting these people's time and screwing with them, recording the videos and sharing them with you guys. I love doing that. But drawing is my first love, my main love. And I want to share that with you guys. If you're into it, cool. If you don't care, that's perfectly fine. But I want to show you that there is another side to me and to what I do. And if you like it, hang on for the ride, because we're going to have fun. So that's it. That's all it is. But I've got a lot of drawing videos I've already done, and I've got a lot more that I'm working on. And Avery, I got to tell you a funny story. Let me catch up on some chats and then I'll tell you the story. Rosemary said, oh yeah, I already did that part. Sorry. Darlene says, we watch the free apps, get rid of DirecTV. Oh, I still have cable.
Yeah.
But that's because it's the mother-in-law's house. She has what she wants.
And that free Amazon app, Freevee, isn't bad either.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's included in your Amazon, or you can get it separate. You can download it separate. It's called Freevee.
Cross says it's the second Sunday in May, Andrew. Okay, so Mother's Day. I knew it was in May. I wasn't sure exactly if it was the second or first, but obviously it's the second. Manuel says, yes, I watch scam baiting on YouTube and Twitch. I have actually never watched a scam baiting video on Twitch.
Oh, well, I'm sure it works great for the people that call then.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
It would work great for that.
Yeah. Saskia says the Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany, Mother's Day is always the second week in May. Holy crap! I told you it's worldwide. I wonder if they have Mother's Day in China and Korea, Russia. I don't know. That'd be interesting to find out. Ronald's here. Hey, Ronald. He says, hi, nice to meet you. Well, welcome to the show, my friend. Welcome. He says, I love your channel. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Rosemary says, keep doing what you're doing. You're helping so many people. I try. I think I actually shared today, my short was a new one that they're trying where they're calling and offering free money. Free money wasn't the term that they used. Free funds. I actually have a longer video coming where I dig into do it more, but this is a new one for me where they're calling and say they're offering free funds. So a lot of times the scams I get, they're the variations of the same exact thing. You know, eventually all they want is your credit card information or your bank account information, or for you to send them some type of gift card. I mean, it's all the same thing, but you know, sometimes when they change it up and try a different tact, it's always good to be able to share that with people. So hold on a second. Darlene says Mother's Day was March 19th this year in the UK. Okay. So they do it at a different time, but that's perfectly fine. Ronald says, I love you taking scammers down. Well, I love wasting their time. He says, this is true. Yep. Cross says, across the ticker is not spamming. Okay, thank you, sir. But then again, he's a YouTuber, so I don't know. Does his opinion count?
Yes.
He's Canadian. Does his opinion count?
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Rick, thank you. Thank you for backing me on that. I appreciate it. Ronald says, laugh out loud. Manuel says, no, don't bother me at all, Drew. Okay, he's talking about the like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Clark says, like and subscribe doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I would rather read it than to hear it every minute. There you go. That's why I do it. And I do it because it's easier for me to copy and paste than to remember to actually say it. Avery, I am so sad sometimes. I literally need to every now and then mention I do a live stream on Saturday nights because I don't say it anywhere. I don't include it anywhere, and I still get all these great people coming to visit us. You know,
you're lucky.
I've had this conversation with my wife a few times, and where she's like, "You should advertise your store," and I told her, I said, "No, I don't want to do it because I do well." And I can handle it myself. If I advertise and get more people in the store, I'm going to need help, and I'm going to have to pay people. I can barely pay myself. So no advertising, and I get the regular word of mouth the word of mouth that I get. I'm okay with that right now. Okay. And I remind her, I don't need to make $1 million. I like having fun, and I like selling comics. So
I want $1 million.
You want $1 million? I'm sure you do.
Oh, that'd be great.
Manuel says, I watch scam baiting on YouTube live on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday. Okay, that's fantastic. If anybody's out there scam baiting live, they're making calls. I love it. I I wish I had time to do that, but I really don't. Tim says, I've always loved Sam Crack commercials. He is so inventive. I don't think I've heard of that one. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Ronald says, I get scam calls 5 times a day. Well, then you're on the low end, my friend. The other night, I was we were sitting down for dinner, and I got like 3 scam calls in a row. My wife's like, how many of those did you get today? I said, well, let me look. 47.
Wow.
By the time the calls eventually stopped, I had gotten 47 calls in one day. Now, most of them are the hang up where they're just testing the line, but probably 10 to 15 of those are where I actually talk to people. So, yeah, and that's a regular day for me. AB's here. AB says, I look at like and subscribe as innocuous prompts. Oh, okay. Well, that's exactly what they are. But there's people out there who will see that and go, oh yeah, I remember to do that, and they'll do it. I mean, if they like the channel, if they like the content, then they'll subscribe. I mean, I keep telling everybody, I forget to tell people this as well in my videos. I put out daily videos, scam calls and shorts every day. There's at least 2 every single day, and there has been for well over a year. Well, the videos once a day. The shorts have only started being every day since I think mid-January of this year. So at least the last 4 months. But that's my goal. 2 videos a day. Every day. You guys are going to get it constantly. Subscribe and follow along because I always have fun.
I haven't made a video for my channel in over a year.
Yeah, I know. Well, nobody likes you.
No.
I'm the only person who likes you. I mean, come on.
I don't even like me.
I know. Manuel says, ha ha ha, Drew, very funny, Avery. Oh, hold on a second. Serendipitously I'm not even going to try. Good show as always. There is a Chrome browser extension that hides the end cards that block content called Remove YouTube End Cards and End Screen Videos. Really? Okay. I didn't realize there was a Chrome browser that did that, but okay. I mean, I still make an intro video to all my videos, just saying, hey, this is Andrew, an artist known as Andrew. Welcome to the show. This is what the video is about. And my catchphrase, which is hang up on them or screw with them like I do. I always do that. Somebody said, stop wasting our time for a minute at the beginning of the video. So I'm like, I want you all to know who I am, not just go into the scam call without, because here you go. If I made it into an end card and somebody used a Chrome extension to cut off the end card, you'd never hear it. You'd never know who I was. So sometimes, I try sometimes. Clark says, I took commercial art in high school. I wish I would have kept up with it. It's true that they say about talent, if you don't use it, you lose it. That is absolutely true. I am definitely an example of that. You have to continue drawing. You have to draw. If you can draw every day, that's fantastic. Me, at the rate I'm going, I draw probably once a week. Usually on the weekend when I'm at the store and it's slow, I'll do some drawing. But during the week, I don't have time. But I have to make more time because I hate to say it, these graphic novels that I'm planning, they do not draw themselves. Do they, Avery?
Oh, it'd be so great if they did.
Yeah, it'd be great if we can get AI to draw our own books for us. That'd be great. But it's not happening. Yeah. Manuel says, nor. Okay. Manuel says, NFL game play in Mexico this year. It's Kansas City. Oh, really? Interesting. They play in Mexico. That's kind of, well, expanding the markets. It's a good thing. Cross says it was pretty good, just one cringe episode. Oh, really? Okay. He's talking about the new Quantum Leap, by the way.
Yeah.
Glenn says, thinking about sculpting, do you remember Chia Pets? Yes. Many times have thought about making a Chia Pet. Could be a moneymaker if not sued for a knockoff. Chia... I see what he said there. Glenn was being a little nasty. I actually have.
I think I've seen those before. I think somebody already made those.
Yeah, I bet they probably have. I've actually got a Chia Pet somewhere in my office that was given to me as a Christmas present. I think it was from my sister, and it's a Groot Chia Pet.
Oh, no.
It's still in the box. I never opened it up, but I know I've got one around here somewhere. So Manuel says, I love it I love it so much, your drawings, Drew. Well, thank you, sir. MK's here. MK says Father's Day is always the second Saturday in June too. Yeah, but everybody forgets about that. Everybody forgets about Father's Day. It just happens that way.
It does.
Tim says Sam Crack is a car YouTuber. Oh, okay. Well, I never know. Bill's here. Hey, Bill says was shopping, getting here late. That's all right, Bill. Bill, we actually started on time at 8:00. You'd be so impressed. Cross says, I live stream every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, nobody cares.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. You guys,
on.
Rick from Cross Comics is an independent comic book creator, does his own comics, makes his own comics. And if you want to check out what he's doing, check out his channel and follow it. I mean, we all follow him. And he's good people. He's Canadian, so you have to give him a little bit. You know, he's got a little bit of that accent that you never understand what he's saying, especially when he gets happy. But overall, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Avery's cracking up over there. I'm trying to insult
Love
him.
you,
and be
Rick.
nice. I'm trying to insult him and be nice about it at the same time. It's not easy, but it's fun, right? We love you, Rick. Manuel says, good evening. Happy Saturday night to Bill. Serendipitously says, have you ever impersonated a fake government agent like the National Scam Prevention Authority that might put the fear of God into these scammers? No, but I tell you what. Somebody commented on one of my videos and said, all you have to do to get rid of a scammer is just tell them you know it's a scam. And my response to that was, I've got videos going back to 2018 is when I remember making videos. So for almost 5 years now, I have told them on numerous occasions that I have a YouTube channel, I record all my calls, and I share it with people so that they know how dumb these scammers are. I got 47 scam calls the other day. So telling them that stuff makes no difference whatsoever. They are still calling. So if you believe telling them you know it's a scam is going to get them to stop calling you, I wish you good luck with that. I hope it works out for you. But I tell them all the time that I am screwing with them, that I am wasting their time, that I am recording them, and I am sharing the recordings with people. And they still call me 47 times a day.
Yeah, they even flat out tell you they're going to keep calling.
Yeah. Oh, I've had them tell me that before. We're not going to stop. And okay. So, yeah. Bill says, my yard looks like a chia pet from all the weeds. That's sad, but I know the feeling. Oh, Glass Bottle's here, who I used to call Glass Bottom. It says, hello, E&E. Welcome to the show. Cross says, laugh out loud. He heard my comments about it. Rick is a good guy. I tell you what, follow him. He's a good guy. Pez says, good day to Bill. And Dave says, LOL, Bill. So I wanted to tell you something interesting happened to me today, Avery.
Uh-oh.
You know, I have a rule that I'm not allowed to take anything to the store I'm not willing to sell.
Mm-hmm.
My wife tells me, don't take it to your store if you're not willing to sell it. Well, I have a bunch of my original art in my store. And I including some pages from Hero Book 1 that are some of my all-time favorites. Well, I had one in the window of the store. Actually, I have a couple that are in the window of the store, but I had one in particular one that I really, really like. And somebody came in today and offered to buy it. And it is the Hawkeye jumping from the tree with the giant lizard from Hero Book 1. You know which page I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I told the guy that my buddy Avery had done a color version of that where he actually filled in the background with more trees and images, and it made the whole page look gorgeous. But because printing in color is probably not going to be feasible right now, I changed it to grayscale, and it just makes that whole image pop out. But the original image is just Hawkeye, the tree, and the lizard. So it's very simple. There's not a lot going on there. It's just it's a very awesome looking page. Well, he offered to buy it. and he asked me what price I would put on it. Avery, I gave him what I consider a ridiculous amount, and he said, well, how about this, and added to it. And I'm like, I couldn't turn it down at that point. There was no way I could say no.
Well, what was the number?
200.
200? That's fair.
Yeah, I know, but I actually offered, I said 150, and he said, how about 2? And I said, okay, because he really, really liked the stuff. And I'm like, well, I feel like a dimwit for going lower. I should have said 200, and he would have jumped at it to begin with. But the bottom line is, I sold one of my all-time favorite pages, and I'm okay.
Hey, awesome.
I'm okay with it.
That would have been a good page to offer on a campaign, but still.
Oh, I still have plenty. I still have tons. So
Yeah.
I haven't really sold any of the pages from that book. There's a few that I've given away as gifts to family. Like Todd has an original page. My mother has an original page. And I've sold a couple. But yeah, I still have the majority of that book still, you know?
Yeah.
But I the golden rule, don't take it to the store if you're not willing to sell it.
Yep.
So actually I have this, which is the very first image ever drawn of Hero.
Oh yeah, wow.
Framed and in my office because I'm not willing to sell it. It does not go to the store. It does not. It should never go to the store. So also, here I'll show you another one I got that's sitting right here next to me. This is the first illustration I did of Crom, and it's one of my favorites. And it's here in my office because it's not in the store.
Not in the store.
What else do I have over here? Hold on a second. What else do I have?
Dude, you know how...
Oh!
Whoa. That was loud.
Sorry. This is one. This is a double-page spread from Hero Book 1. It's Hero and Pudge.
Yep.
They're all the way over here. And they're crossing, they're traversing over a giant skull in the forest. Yep. And somebody offered to buy this from me, somebody that you know, who's a fan of the skull was originally based on, I used reference from a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah.
And they are fans of saber-toothed tigers and offered to buy that page from me. And I told them I wasn't willing to sell it yet, but if I ever was, they'd be the first ones it was offered to.
Oh, when you try to do Hero again as a campaign, that page should be on there to buy, and it should be at a minimum of like 400.
Yeah, I can see that.
On the low side. On the low side.
Yeah, I can see that.
It should be at least 400, maybe even 5.
Yeah. Well,
Dude,
we'll see.
Those covers I did for Devoid.
Yeah.
I am willing to sell them, but I don't make it known because I want like 400 or 500.
Yeah.
At least. That's the reason they're not up for sale, because I know I'm going to ask that. So I'm holding them until I know, I'm pretty sure that they'll sell for that. Quick.
Right. Well, I think they will. Those are some fantastic covers. So he did mention recently that he was thinking about doing some type of crowdfunding campaign, didn't he? All right. Well, we'll see. We'll keep everybody abreast of when that happens.
I think for a video game, though.
Well, art can be involved in any crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Glass Bottle says, tell scammers that it's a scam doesn't help. They just keep calling. I resorted to using cuss words in their language and abuse and belittle the scammers. That doesn't stop them either. I think they like it. I think some of them like it. But, yeah. I have had people ask me in comments why I'm so nice to them or why I'm so, I play along with them. And it's honestly, I'm trying to waste as much of their time as possible. And being mean and nasty to them usually means they end the call quickly. But if I play along and I pretend to be dumb and be very thankful that they're calling me, which I am, it makes the call go longer. I mean, that's literally what I'm doing. I'm literally just wasting their time.
Yeah, you love yanking their chain. So, I mean, that's what it is.
Yep.
Some people don't understand how much you really enjoy just stringing them along and yanking their chain.
It is true. I love to string them along and yank their chains. I really have a problem, Avery.
He loves it. He loves just tugging on it, like ferociously.
I need to. This is quickly going in the wrong direction.
Adult fantasy.
It's exactly what you think.
Yeah.
All right, let me catch up on this the chat real quick. Manuel says hello to Bill. Bill says hi to Manuel. Dave says smack the like button, fellas or folks. Yes, please do if you can. Cross says you should try doing a campaign for Hero again. I plan to. I'm not as concerned about it right this second because I'm not satisfied that the book's ready to go to print again. But when I am, that'll be the very first thing that gets going is another campaign. And I will, of course, tell you all about it. And if you want to help out, that's great. But I have a lot of customers that come into the store, see the art, and inquire and want to know when I'm going to have it. And I keep telling them, trust me, when I'm ready and it's ready to come, you guys will be the first to know. When it's ready to come out, you'll be the first to know. So, Glass Bottle says, India scammers stopped calling me. I got a few calls from Pakistan pest scammers. I just asked them how the weather is, and they get mad and threaten ISIS crap with me. I've had some of them threaten me before, and I'm like, I'm really not scared of you people. You guys do realize there's nothing you could do except call me back, which I don't mind. You know?
Yeah. It's like Andrew's like, please call me back.
Yeah. I need the attention. I need the love. I need the affirmation.
After the years of the abuse, being friends with me, it's like this is positive attention in Andrew's book.
That's right. I mean, the first 75% of every call, they're actually willing to talk to me. Where Avery, they call me.
They like me.
They like me for a little bit of time, so I gotta give them a little bit of love. So, right. But yeah, I have fun with that. Justin's here. Hey, Justin, how's it going? Says, what's up, guys? Oh, not much. We're here hanging out, doing our thing. Cross shares a link for his channel, so check it out if you get an opportunity. Glenn says, I make pens on my lathe, and my philosophy is, I'd like to keep it, but the money is good, and I can always make another one. Well, there you go. There you go. Well, that's one of the things about the art that we do. If I find somebody who really enjoys it and wants to purchase it, I have no problem selling it to them. You know, and I always know I can make something else. And believe me, the next thing I make is going to be even better. At least I hope. So
that's the plan.
That's always the plan. Yeah. Bill says pens ? Serendipitously says you're incredibly talented, Andrew. Great illustrations. Aw, thank you.
That's nice.
See, I got fans, man. I got fans. I love it. I love it, people. Justin says they do. Very few are good people. They know what they are doing is wrong and still do it. I talked to somebody recently who I thought I was talking to her. And I'm like, you do realize you're a despicable human being. And she was like genuinely upset, not upset, but denying that fact. That she honestly thought she was helping people. But I know it's all a lie. I know it's it's them trying to, convince me that they're not a despicable person. But I know it. I've dealt with these people way too much. He says, it's fun. Yes, it is. It's fun. TMI. Uh-oh. I always do that. Always do that. Bill says,
is it TMI on the chain yanking?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Bill says, I need to find someone to illustrate my children's book, Cleo's Birdseed. What percentage do you think I should give them? Cleo's Birdseed. I'm sure there's something devious in that title.
If you want an illustrator for your children's book, you're going to just be paying them outright for the artwork.
That's usually the best. Avery and I have been doing art long enough that we don't do percentages. We don't do illustrations for exposure. That's something that we don't do because we've been in the business enough to know that we're not newbies that can. I've actually illustrated an entire children's book and got nothing from it. I don't think the book ever went to print. The lady was all gung ho about it, and I did full color illustrations. It was some of my crappiest work at the time, but for what she was paying me, which was nothing, it was fantastic work. And I don't know if that book ever got printed. So, but we don't do that kind of stuff anymore. And to be honest with you, Avery and I, we're to the point where we do our own things now. We work on our own projects. We'd rather become famous and well known for something we created than illustrating somebody else's book. It's just the way it goes.
And I do small press stuff.
He does a lot of small press stuff, but he has his own book that he's working on, which when it's ready and he's ready to promote it, it's going to blow you away with some incredibly amazing art. So look forward to that. And trust me, we'll talk about it on this channel when it happens. So I'll drag his butt onto the show and have him show artwork, and we might actually get to see his face, his real face in real life. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that'll ever happen. Darlene says, I sold a painting a few years ago. I have improved on landscape art, and I hope to sell more at a local consignment shop. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I know people who have set up booths at like flea markets and all. Here in Jacksonville, we have it's a monthly art festival or an art
walk?
The art walk. Yeah. Isn't that monthly? Doesn't that happen monthly?
I don't know if it's every month, but
yeah, well, they do a thing where you can rent a table and you can come out with your art, and people are out there looking for people doing art. That is a fantastic way to get your stuff out there and to share it with people. Check your local neighborhood and see if there's an art walk or something similar to that, like an art market. Don't they have an art market as well?
I don't know.
It's been so long since I've done anything like that. I know they exist, but that's a fantastic way to get stuff out there.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to participate in art walk. Well, think about my fine art.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't going to go there, but your art is a little bit more of the.
We weren't allowed.
It was techniques that, shall we say, were more on the mature side.
Yeah, it was a little more. Our work was a little more risque.
Yeah. Avery has literally done it all.
Yeah.
He's done it all. Where me, I stick to the cutie fuzzy furry stuff.
Yeah, I've done cards, comics, role-playing games, fetish photography, fine art, painting.
Yep, some really amazing stuff. So, yeah. Manuel says he subscribed to Cross's channel, and Cross said thank you.
Awesome.
Bill says scammers don't even know where you live. Yep, that is true. Yeah. Justin says, I like it when I get them to reverse connect with AnyDesk, and I can take their files and delete their customer list. Oh, that's good. That's good. I've never actually had the balls to actually install AnyDesk, and I did one time, and I started just giving them fake numbers, and it pisses them off because they know it doesn't work. Yeah. But I'm not smart enough to be able to attack them that way. So if Justin can do that, that is fan-frickin-tastic. Make a video and share it. Please do. He says, ha ha ha, you're yanking the chain. Yes, I was yanking the chain. Manuel says, you're very welcome, Cross Comics. Cross says, pay an illustrator or page. Well, yeah, if you can find an illustrator to do the work for you, pay them outright. Don't do this percentage thing, because a lot of them won't do it. Yeah. They want to get paid up front. So, or
actually, don't pay it all up front.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, don't pay it until the job's done. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Glassbottom says scammers lie so much that they believe their own lies. They also have no concept how things work in the U.S. and just Google crap and run with it. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Bill says, no, it's about an elderly farmer lady trying to get enough bird feed to give to the birds in the winter. Well, that's cool. That sounds like a very wholesome, fun story.
Yeah.
Avery, where would you recommend somebody try to find an artist for something like that?
there used to be a site for that. I forgot what it was. It was for illustrators.
What was the site that we used to share art on?
Oh, Deviant?
DeviantArt. Yes. I haven't been there in years. Have you?
No, I deleted my Deviant page.
Yeah. DeviantArt was a place where you could go. It was kind of like an Instagram, but you could set up your own page and have your art on it. But we knew a lot of people that had their art literally stolen. They would put up like decent JPEG images of their art, and then all of a sudden somebody would steal it and make prints of it and be selling their own prints of their art. And that happened to a couple of people we know, and they got it directly off of DeviantArt, and which DeviantArt had no way of stopping it because anybody could do it. And so it was a place that people stopped going to. But that was one of those type of places you could go and find artists. So MK says, sometimes I wonder if the newbie operators are lied to get people connected before they connect to a tech. Why would their management lie to them as the management lies to everybody else? That's true. But I've talked to people, or I've chatted with people before that have worked at call centers and said when they initially took the job, they didn't realize they were scamming people. And I believe that. But I also believe there's a lot of people that know exactly what they're doing, and they're despicable. Especially the ones who break character and start cursing at me and calling me names. It's like, if you're a legitimate worker, call center worker, you're not going to curse at somebody. I mean, the worst thing you could do is just hang up on them. But these people, they get so pissed and they love to curse at you. And it's just a prime example of the level of professionalism, or the lack of professionalism, that proves the case. They're scammers, and all they're doing is horrible things. Yeah. Justin says, here in Tulsa, there's a pretty big art and music scene. That's awesome. He says, I have a virtual machine when I do. Oh, okay. Yes. I've seen scammers who do that, who have a virtual machine set up. I'm not that bright. I just take calls and record the calls. So I don't ever get that far. He says, I work with DVAR and he's taught me a lot. Okay, that's awesome. You know what's so funny? I had a Betty Bam Bam. I talked to her one time on CJ Scams, and I was telling her about what it is I do, that I literally just take calls. And she was like, oh, I wish I just took calls. I wish they would call me, because they do a lot of the scam flooding, and that's the phone flooding and so forth. So there's a lot of different ways to do scam baiting. Mine is simply, I take a call and I waste as much of their time as possible. Justin says, DeviantArt isn't like it used to be. Yep. A lot of people left when they realized their art could be stolen, and DeviantArt couldn't do anything about it. I mean, there was DeviantArt watermarks on pieces of original art, which actually have been published in comics, like mainstream comics. Avery, I don't know if you remember it. One of the quote unquote professional artists at Marvel screenshotted somebody's Deviant page. It was like a map or something, and it actually got published in a Marvel comic, and you can literally see the DeviantArt watermark in the image. That's how bad. Yes, that was in a Marvel comic. One of the artists stole an image from DeviantArt, and it was published, and you can actually see the DeviantArt watermark in the image. It's happened.
Oif.
Glass Bottle says,
That's
scammers
bad.
will lie to their so-called bosses and dummies with legs and pocket the money. It's a good possibility. It's not honest living. So Justin says, some are naive at first, but they realize they are scamming and choose to stay. Yep. Especially when they start getting paid for it. Especially when they start making money from it. And they realize how easy it is to not give anybody anything and just take. It's a horrible thing. Bill says, my niece has crafts on there. Laugh out loud. Oh, okay. Justin says, you could do it. Oh, maybe one day, but I really want to quit my day job. I really want to stop doing that so I can work on other stuff. And until I do that, I got to maintain the status quo. So Cross says, Upwork.com is the site you can go to find illustrators. Upwork. Okay. Cool. So if you get up, check out Upwork. I trust Cross. Check it out. See if it's something that'll work for you. MK McHugh says 37 years of call center skills. True, cursing is not professional, but a dead giveaway. Yes. What's so funny, I've told this story before. I used to work in a call center for a credit card company, and we did first response, early identification stuff, where we would call customers to verify their usage. And whenever we'd call somebody, and they would say, I don't know who you are. I don't trust somebody just calling me up, asking me questions. We would always tell them, no problem. Call the number on the back of your card. They will transfer you right over to us. That way you know who you're calling. We would have no problem with them questioning us or questioning what we're calling about. And the best part about that is we got off the phone call quickly. So it helped with our talk time. But it also confirmed for the customer that they were talking to their actual bank, that they were actually talking to somebody from their bank. And it was, you don't trust me? No problem. Call the number on the back of your card, and then you're done. Move on to the next call. So we had no problem doing that. But when you tell a scammer, I don't know if I trust you, they're like, oh, yes, you can trust me. I'm the salt of the earth. God bless you. You're such a wonderful person. You have such a nice name. Your birthday is such a happy, happy day. And they just try to pull your leg and screw with you, you know? But a professional will say, no problem, not a problem. Call the number on the back of your card. Call your bank. Call them directly so that you know you're talking to the right person. We had no problem telling somebody that. We're not going to argue with you. We're not going to get into a fight with you over it, because to be honest with you, we understood a strange person is calling asking you about your credit card or your bank account.
Yeah.
You should be suspicious. You absolutely should. You know, there's not a problem with that. We didn't take offense to it. We just told them how to rectify the situation as quickly as possible. Just call the bank. Call the number on the back of your card. That way you know you're calling the right people. And we're done. It's that easy. But scammers don't like that. I've also found it funny when a Medicare scammer or one of those people that want to transfer you to a licensed agent, one of the first questions I tend to ask the licensed agent is, do you have a callback number in case we get disconnected? All of a sudden, the line's disconnected. They don't want you to ask that. They don't want you to call the licensed agent yourself. They want to be listening in on the call. They want to have control of that call. And so they hate it when you ask that. All right, I'm gonna quickly catch up on the comments, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap up because it's already. This is what happens when you start on time. The time just flies. Plus, I got videos to make. I got movies to make. I got videos to make. Got videos to make. Justin says, one of these days we can all get into live streaming. AB, that would be cool. And scam. Okay. Justin says, and scam bait. Yes. Anybody could scam bait. It's very easy to do. Just waste their time. Just waste their time as much as possible. If you can record it and share it with everybody else, that's even better. But everybody can do it. You know? Glass Bottle says, it is much time involved in scam baiting, and life is better than pissing around with scammers. That is true. That is true. The majority of my family get these scam calls and just hang up on them, and they don't mess with them. My mother has told them on numerous occasions, just call my son. Call him. He'll talk to you. I don't know if she's actually given my number out or not, but she's like, I don't have time to waste on this. Call my son. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate it. No wonder I get 47 calls a day. Bill says, a major publishing company rejected my book, but at least told me to re-edit it. I failed grammar. Laugh out loud. Bill, honestly, you can publish it yourself. There are places you can go. Hulu, not Hulu. What's the one that I have used in the past, Avery?
Lulu.
Lulu. Lulu. That is a self-publishing place that you can actually publish your own books, your own novels, your own scripts, your own art books. Lulu, Lulu. I recommend them because I've used them before. I've never had a problem with them. Their prices are pretty reasonable. You can print as little as one copy. Their quality may not be the greatest in the world, but actually I haven't printed with them in many years, so I'm not sure if they've improved. But you can do it yourself if you want to. So definitely check it out. Darlene says, thank you, Cross Comics, for reference. Bill says, Upwork, okay, thanks. I'm going to have to go check it out now, too, you know. Justin says, I just do it as a hobby. The virtual machine isn't hard to set up. I thought it would be hard, too. The AnyDesk is just as BSing the scammer to look at to the right as you go left. Okay. Saskia says, I noticed with scammers, they very friendly until you download AnyDesk and get your bank numbers. Then they personally change nasty. Yeah, I've never actually gotten that far with them, so I just screw around with them and waste their time. Covers is here. Hey, Covers says, my brother-in-law's brother is easily one of the best maquette sculptors ever in the business. His name is Kent Melton, and he sculpts all the characters in many Disney and Lakia Studio movies. That is freaking fantastic. Oh, cool. I wish, I honestly, Avery, I wished sculpting was a skill I got and could maintain. You know, I've tried it on so many occasions and I stink. So.
Oh, I'm terrible.
Yeah. Justin gives thumbs up. Bill says Lulu. Yes. LULU.com. Go check out Lulu. It's a what is the word? It's an on-demand pressing company that will publish, like my first hero books, those were all published through Lulu, and I've had soft copies and hardcover versions done. So there's a variety of different things you can do there. So check them out.
Also check out Mix'em.
Mix'em, yeah. I've actually never gotten anything from them. I've used Lulu before. That's why I recommend them. But Glass Bottle says, I hate when scammers say you're wasting my time when I tell them you called me trying to scam me. Yeah. They hate it when you do. They also hate it when you question their English. I always love doing that. Justin says, I had a scammer cuss my mom out a couple of years ago, and I've been on a semi-mission ever since to take down as many as I can. Fantastic. That's a good thing. God bless you, my friend. Bill says, what about posting it on YouTube? I think he's asking Justin if he posts his stuff on YouTube. Cross says, if you have the money, you can go to almost any printer, and they will print it I'm losing it, Avery. And they will print it then about getting people to know about your book. That's a whole nother side of it, Cross. And you know that. That's a whole nother dealing. Actually getting your book printed, if you've got the money, you can get it done. Actually getting people to buy it, see it, enjoy it, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother video.
Yeah. And as far as editing goes, you can hire an editor.
You can. Or ask friends and family to read it, and read it many times, and have them point out problems and point out things that don't make sense. Yeah. I did my very first book. I edited it myself, and then I had a friend who read it and contacted me and said, dude, you need an editor. I'll be willing to help you. And he edited the first 2 hero books, and he was fantastic. And I appreciate him all to hell. He's great. Love the guy. I appreciate everything he did with it. He wasn't able and is not able to work with me further on editing, but the fact that he helped me with those first 2 books is a godsend.
Oh yeah.
So, Cover says he's battling some very horrible medical issues at the time and had to retire. Parkinson's is a nightmare. Parkinson's is a nightmare.
Yeah.
It is, and that really, really does suck. Man, I wish that was a skill anybody could learn, but it's not. There's people out there who are genuinely geniuses at doing that, and there's so very few of them. I feel for you, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Justin says, check out Kit Boga when you get time. He can keep them on for hours, and he makes a hilarious too, like you do. Well, thank you. I have seen Kit Boga before. I've seen some of his videos. he goes way further than me, especially the voice changers and all. And I really got to look into something like that. I think they're starting to recognize my voice nowadays, especially my names. So Cross says, I use Maximum to press the first Canadian shield. Do you give it a thumbs up? Yeah. Rick, let us know. Bill says, post my transcripts on YouTube. I don't know if I'd do that. I don't know if I'm not so sure I'd give things away. Maybe previews of stuff. Oh, excuse me. Goodness gracious, I'm blowing up here. Maybe previews of stuff, but not the whole thing. Absolutely not. Justin says, y'all, if my recordings are on DVAR's YouTube. Oh, okay. Everybody check out DVAR's YouTube for Justin's stuff. Fantastic. That's awesome. He says, we call, hack, and call flood them in one call, or we try. I'll always call flood them and take their phone system down. That's a wonderful thing when people can do that. Manuel says, I watch DVR when he's live streams on YouTube. And Cross says, yeah, 2 thumbs up for Maxim. All right, fantastic. Whew. All right, guys. I've been talking for an hour and 20 minutes straight. I'm ready for a break. I appreciate everybody who came in tonight. You guys are fantastic. Justin, Covers, Cross, Bill, everybody, all the regulars that come in, Darlene, Rosemary, Manuel, obviously. You guys are fantastic. I thank you all so much for joining me for this little live stream. I really do need to promote it some more, get a lot more people in here. But I am planning a show sometime soon in the future. I'm not sure exactly when, where I'm actually going to put the link for people to join in the chat. Ooh. So we'll open it up. So very soon, I'm honestly, I meant to do it tonight and I just forgot. But we're going to do that soon. So if any of you out there have a microphone, you don't even need a camera. You don't need a camera. You don't have to come on screen. You can be like Avery and hide your face. He does it because he's ugly. But if you don't want people to see your face and you just want to talk and chit chat, we're going to throw it out there and let some of you come in and say hi and introduce yourselves. And, I think it'll be fun. It could be dangerous, but I think it'll be fun. But anyway, everybody, have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And remember, for those of you that celebrate Mother's Day, because obviously the UK people celebrated it back in March. If you have mothers in your family, whether it's godmothers or mothers-in-law, grandmothers, godmothers, I think I said godmothers, make sure you wish them a happy Mother's Day. Give them a call and say hi. Avery, tell your mom I said hi. And do it nicely so that she knows it was for me.
Maybe.
Don't slap her on the butt and say, Andrew said,
whoa.
Oh, I'll do that for my wife. I'll let her know. I said, hey, happy Mother's Day, babe.
Okay.
Yeah, and I get in so much trouble if I do that. Good night, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week. And remember, if you ever get calls like the ones I get, either hang up on them or screw with them like I do. It's always fun. Hope you all enjoy.
Bye.
Good night.